Welcome to the 14th episode. Cautionary Tales from the Red Chair, brought to you by Jake.
And Sam.
So we're going to put a disclaimer on this episode?
I think we should. We're going to put a disclaimer on this episode saying this is our angry episode. This is the episode we're going to talk about all the stuff that pisses us off, as well as some conspiracy theory type bullshit.
Because that's what pisses me off.
Well, I'm just saying. We're going to go back and forth on... It's not going to be... Well, like our other episodes were that funny, but we're not going to intentionally try to be funny.
Are we going to get a banner that says this is the shit episode?
The shit episode. I think the shit episode banner, we got to cheers on that
Cheers. One. Clink, clink.
With our scotch.
A little scotch. And then the best part is that it's literally on the rocks, because I got some limestone cooling rocks.
Scotch rocks.
Scotch rocks.
All right.
Is that a noun, or is that more like a adjective?
Oh, it's one word.
Is it an adjective where you're like saying Scotch rocks, like it's amazing, or is it Scotch rocks, the noun?
You disappoint me.
I know. All right.
All right. Anyway.
All right.
Disclaimer done.
Disclaimer done. An awful opening completed.
Oh, it really was.
Hey, we always
Take
start
two.
stumble.
Take two.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Action. I'm going to cut all that out.
Exactly. All right. Anyway.
So, well, I mean, since you waxed on about like how conspiracy is going to be a part of the show, we might as well just start it with it, because I have this amazing article in front of me that I kind of thought was very revealing. The headline actually says Pentagon may be involved in chemical attack in Syria, and a U.S. intelligence colonel actually had his email account hacked. And so, according to this, his name is Anthony J. McDonald.
Lies.
Let me guess, he's got a fucking farm.
Yeah.
So when he was on his farm emailing, no, but I guess he's a U.S. Army Colonel Anthony J. McDonald. Is a General Staff Director, Operations and Plans Office of the Deputy Chief of Staff for Intelligence, the Army Staff.
So in other words, he's a guy that takes a lot of shit and has to suck a lot of dick.
Yeah. So basically, on August 22nd, he has an email correspondence with this man named Eugene Furst, F-U-R-S-T. And in this email, he says, by the way, saw your latest success. My congratulations. Good job. And McDonald responded, as you see, I'm far from this now, but I know our guys did their best. And then in another set of emails between McDonald's, his wife Jennifer McDonald and Mary Shapiro, reveals that obviously he didn't keep his mouth shut in the bedroom either. Because Mary Shapiro goes on and says, I can't stop thinking about that terrible gas attack in Syria now. Did you see those kids? I'm really crying. They were poisoned. They died. When is it over? I see their faces in my sleep. What did Tony say about this? And Tony's wife Jennifer goes on and says, I saw it too and got afraid very much. But Tony comforted me. He said the kids weren't hurt. It was done for cameras. So you don't worry, my dear. And Mary Shapiro responds, I'm still thinking about those Syrian kids. Thanks God they're alive. She put thanks God. That's not me. She goes, thanks God they're alive. I hope they got a kind of present or some cash. I'm a conspiracy theorist.
Well, I'm just saying, if you pose for a picture like that, you make money.
Yeah, but I mean, some people accuse conspiracy theorists at grasping at straws or reading too much into this. Granted, this could be one of those cases.
They could also be fake emails. Like, it's very easy for me to put down, well, I hacked somebody's email the other day, and Jake Jelinski put down, I love to suck cock very much. The longer, the better. And his response to that one was, I've got 9 inches. What do you think? Jake Jelinski wrote back, that'll do, but not long enough. I mean, it's so easy to put that down on print without actually having any hard proof behind
But no, this
you.
is an actual hacker that hacked into this dude's email account, and the IP address was actually...
Did he hack
It was
into
verified.
them, or did he put that shit in there and then make the story, well, I hacked into their accounts, and this is what it said? Or did he hack into the accounts, put that shit down, and then said, I hacked into this account and put... If you
Who sounds more nuts right now, me or you?
All I'm saying is if you're going to hack into somebody's account, who the fuck knows what you did to the account?
But still, who sounds more crazy? If you're going to say it's more likely that some guy wanted to hack into a general's account...
If they put it in a goddamn story, yes it is.
But the story is not a story unless the dude does it. There's no story there. What would be the purpose of implanting this story? So we could
To get the story.
No, but so what you're saying is this guy hacked into it so he can plant a story which is going to discredit the government so they don't go into Syria.
Yes.
But by the same extension, by hacking it, he's essentially making them go.
But what I'm trying to say here is, if you're willing to hack a government official's email,
Yeah.
and that government official is the one that's in control of the story that you're producing anyway. Really, that doesn't. I'm the crazy guy. That doesn't strike you as, if you can hack his email that easily, you wouldn't make the story yourself?
But there's no point to it.
Yes, there is. You get published.
But they have nothing to gain.
Yes, they do.
What,
They get
peace?
published.
They have peace to gain. What they do is their essential end game is I'm going to discredit somebody so all these people don't make billions of dollars off of killing other people. And that is a travesty.
What his end game is,
That's his end game.
I'm
That's his
going
purpose.
to make myself famous because I hacked into this guy's account and I got a story that says this.
But that.
So now he is the journalist that makes money off of all the stories that he does because he's the dude that finds the dirt.
But he's an anonymous hacker that does it.
Once again,
So do you think it's a?
you don't think there's
You think it's a case of Spider-Man?
you don't think there's
Or
a
he's the
certain-
reporter and the hacker?
You don't see that there's a certain aspect of, you pay me at this fucking address and I'll give you the shit that I got. I mean, come on. Everything being done over the fucking internet nowadays and banking anyway. You can't say to me that he wouldn't, if a publication was trying to come out with a story on this, that, or the other thing, and they had some dude that was like, well, I'll give you the first one for cheap.
So now he's a drug dealer.
Damn straight. After that, I can hack into this dude's shit all the time.
That is less far-fetched than the U.S. intelligence
to you this
apparatus
way. Put it
is
to you this
using
way.
Al-Qaeda to foment anger so they can go in and make millions of dollars. That makes more sense.
Anytime you tell me anonymous, I tell you bullshit. If you're not even willing to put your fucking name out there for it, it's not real.
You saw what happened to the dude that was actually the head
Yes.
of Anonymous. He got hung.
Well, look at Edward Snowden. That dude actually put his name out there and said, this is what I know. This is my shit. I believe what he put out there is real. That dude gave up his life
Yeah.
for what he put down.
Does not what just
The
came
guys that do this
out...
shit...
What not just came out now? Does that not dovetail
No.
and coincide with what he just put out? That our government has been hijacked by criminals?
Kind of.
So...
But anytime you put anonymous
you're-
after your
all you-
story, you're
but-
now just discrediting your story.
But you would believe an official story brought to you by MSNBC that says
No,
an unnamed government official gave us this information.
Now you're putting that in my mouth. Just because it's from MSNBC does not mean that I would... No, in fact, at that point, I would give it a 50-50.
See, I was just...
At least MSNBC has the balls to be like, yeah, this is from MSNBC. But if you're putting down anonymous, motherfucker, I can make a website that tells everybody everything about nuclear fission.
Really?
Regardless of if it's the truth or not. But if I don't put my fucking name on it, I'm not to blame if somebody tries it and blows their ass up.
Yeah.
I mean, anonymous to me means this is shit.
So basically, you are of the theory that this hacker just went in there and created these emails to...
Wouldn't be the first time.
Well, because the FBI does that on numerous occasions.
Well, yeah. Wouldn't be the first time that somebody was, well, the email accounts. Yeah, I haven't been around a computer in 8 weeks. I've been on vacation. But your email says otherwise.
Yeah.
Really? Because I have a 6 fucking digit password and nobody could ever get through that.
But to be legit about the article, I do have to say it was researched to where the pings came from the actual sender, so he would have had to hack into her email account as well.
Just hack into her modem.
Just the modem.
The modem actually sends the transmission with a computer.
That sounds like a lot of work just to get minute details.
It sounds like a lot of work until you talk about how much fucking papers or all that other shit will pay for this stuff. You're getting $1,000 a story. Holy shit, it's so worth to hack into somebody's modem to throw down a 3-sentence statement and go, yeah, I'm glad they're dead too.
That's not even... But if you actually read the emails, there's more information than just those statements.
All right, I think we're getting a little off topic on this one of my whole thing of skepticism.
Your skepticism is almost more out there as to there's no absolute motivation at all except for monetary on a minuscule scale.
On
thousands of dollars. What I'm talking about, the motivation for the guy who's alleged to have said this is on the billions of dollars scale. That's the difference.
Oh, yeah.
Cui bono, who has to benefit from this guy?
All I was trying to do and wrap on this one is saying anytime that you put anonymous after where it comes from, you're going to get a big fuck you from me.
Dude,
because you're not even close to credible if you're being like, oh, I'm anonymous. Yeah, then you're the douchebag down the road that's smoking fucking what, God knows what, but it'll be out of your system in 24 hours, don't worry.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I really don't believe anybody who says anonymous.
Well, that's a legitimate point. And we barely ever agree on conspiracies, and that's what makes it amazing.
Damn straight.
All right.
Best friends.
Best friends forever. Clink, clink.
Hate conspiracies. He lives through them.
And it's not so much, the best part is it's not so much I subscribe to all of them.
No.
I just love the story. It's like fiction for real life.
But that's the...
And the reaction...
That's what gets me. It's
too tightly bound.
Too truthy.
Too truthy.
You know what I'm saying? To quote from Colbert, it's too truthy. Once you start connecting the dots too many times, it starts sounding like a lie. Where you start going,
dots are too
my
tight.
cousin's ex-neighbor's cousin told me this, and I said this to him, and they were like, really? You know...
Wow, that sounded just like Colin Powell's rationale for going to war in Iraq.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, once you start doing this where it's not straight from the camel's mouth,
yeah,
that's when it starts getting a little bit fishy for me, where I look at it and I go, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, what I'm going to chalk it up to is for all the people out there that say we might as well kill a few Muslims for the greater good, for what we need to accomplish. I say if there's bogus stories out there for the greater good to prevent us from attacking people that pose no imminent threat to us, I might as well turn a fucking ignorant blind eye to.
Yeah, maybe.
Said,
I'll give you that.
I mean,
it really doesn't.
I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. I'm just
really
presenting.
Doesn't have a damn thing to do with us.
Exactly, but we're still gonna waste fucking precious lives and treasure.
Yep.
To
whether they're American or not, we're gonna just fucking kill them.
Exactly, and regardless, and all we're gonna do is actually destabilize our nation as well as the region.
Oh, at this point, though, in Syria, I do not believe that any kind of... we could put foot soldiers down there and we still wouldn't destabilize our shit. I mean, 10,000 foot soldiers and you'll probably have a mortality rate of a couple hundred.
No, but I'm talking more or less the destabilization of the domestic policy, domestic funds.
Oh, I understand that. Yes, I understand that. Now, I thought you were talking about a
like casualty rate.
Yeah, in Syria, the human toll would not even come close, because in Syria, that's one of those countries that has absolutely nothing. We could just literally walk through there.
Yeah,
but The point that I'm trying to make here is I actually believe that the whole thing is a lot more deviant than what you're bringing to the table here.
As in?
I've got my own conspiracy theory on this one, and I think that, one of the first times I can honestly say I have a conspiracy theory.
Yes!
My conspiracy theory about the whole Syria thing, and the only reason that I actually subscribe to this is because this is how I would do it.
Okay.
Like, first I got to tell you who's at fault here, and I know, bear with me. Let me go through the whole motion before you say anything.
Can I finish?
I believe that Al-Qaeda or any of the Al Jazeera or any of the significant subsidiaries of Al-Qaeda is
the Muslim
actually
Brotherhood.
Yes, is actually responsible for Syria. And the reason I do believe this is because everybody knows that Saudi Arabia has they're just kissing cousins.
Well,
Al-Qaeda and Saudi Arabia royalty.
I thought you were talking about the Bush family in Saudi Arabia royalty.
Oh, no. That's a different cousin.
Oh, okay.
That's third cousin. They can marry. I'm just saying, these are kissing cousins. They can't marry.
Yeah.
It's Al-Qaeda, Al Jazeera, whatever you want to call it. I mean, they're
one's a terrorist group, one's a media outlet.
Really?
They're the same thing? So yes. You just think it's the Fox News of Al-Qaeda?
I basically do.
Okay, go on with your theory. Sorry.
But, yeah, I had to just add Al Jazeera, because I do think that's fucked up.
Yeah, Al Jazeera America.
I do actually believe that Al-Qaeda is in bed with Saudi Arabia. Everybody knows they are, but what I believe, and I shouldn't have started with that.
Wasn't majority of the hijackers
from Saudi Arabia?
Saudi Arabia?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I'm just saying, I know they're in bed.
Oh, yeah.
But the way that I look at this is, what is Al-Qaeda doing right now? Al-Qaeda is actually stepping back. Al-Qaeda had a bunch of their big leaders taken off the board. They had a bunch of just power taken from them, because whether the people in the area like them or not, there's still a lot of Americans in a lot of the territory that they usually operate in.
Yeah.
So it's not that we killed them or that we weakened them so much that they can't operate. What it is we pushed them back into the shadows. And if any gang has ever proved anything, Bloods, Crips, I mean, any of the gangs has ever proved
Gangster
anything.
Disciples even?
Yes. Any of the gangs has ever proved anything. When you push them back into the shadows, all they do is sit there and wait.
That is true.
They come back. There's no way in hell they don't come back. They just sit there, recruit, bide time, and then, just like every other time, just like every other gang in this country, our fucking government has gone from one to the next, chopping heads, taking names.
Yeah.
And then they go, well, we took care of that one. Let's go to the... I don't know why I John Wayne'd that. But you know what I'm saying? We took care of that one. Let's go to the next one.
Because we're John Wayneing it.
Then they do the same thing on that one.
Yeah.
But they never kill it. They just chop the heads off and move on to the next.
What about that motherfucker that was eating hearts?
That's what I'm saying. And I'm literally, to this day, what my theory is that Al-Qaeda is in a stance right now where they're saying, we're weakened.
Okay.
We're not dead, but we're weakened. They've been trying to find power in Iraq, and they got thrown out by the government as well as the people.
Mm-hmm. Well, not in Iraq. In Afghanistan.
No, I'm saying in Iraq. The Shiites were the ones that actually took it, not the radicals.
Oh, but okay, sorry. I thought you were saying that there is an Al-Qaeda presence in Iraq.
Oh, no. Well, okay. There is still.
Now, but before.
Yeah, there is still.
Sorry.
But what I'm saying is the Shiite Muslim population took control mostly.
Well, of course.
So what I'm saying is the people in Iraq still have Al-Qaeda around them, but they're too fucking weak to do anything about it. So if you're looking at it in this aspect...
Didn't they just bomb a whole motherfuckers?
Whatever. They do one fucking bomb, and all of a sudden they're in power again. Fuck off. But when I'm trying to say that I'm getting distracted at every corner...
Well, we shouldn't have gotten wasted before we did this.
Fucking right. That's what makes awesome conspiracy talk.
That is true.
But what I'm trying to say here is I believe what their mission is to grab power of a country. And I think the easiest way to do it is grab a country that's already in conflict, and a small one at that, such as Syria. Not a big, dense population with a lot of people that are incredibly rich that can oppose you. I mean, it's a farmer community for the most part. Syria does not have the top dollar marking anywhere you can think of. So what my conspiracy theory is, and what I believe in, is what actually happened is that Saudi Arabia produced the gases needed.
Oh, that's clearly
Al-Qaeda,
confirmed.
Being brother with Saudi Arabia, took those and went,
like,
fuck
thank you.
this, threw them out there, killed off a bunch of the rebels, and now that the world is looking at it going, it was the Syrian government.
Of course.
Now all the Al-Qaeda dudes are actually coming out, and this is shit that we've been actually saying. While the U.S. has been talking about doing something there, Al-Qaeda has actually been fucking putting people in the rebels' ranks. They've been literally, no, not infiltrating, filling in.
Oh. Don't you think
after the gas?
But don't you think they were there to begin with?
Yes, I do.
Disperse the gas?
But what I'm saying is, after the gas and killing off that many people, now there's a lot of ranks that need to be filled. So Al-Qaeda members are coming in there being like, oh, now we're brothers. You know what I mean? Now we're brothers in arms. Now we're fighting side by side. And Al-Qaeda is the group, and you got to say this. They will go ahead and blow each other up because of whatever.
Yeah.
So they're not willing, they are willing to give a life, 1,000 lives, 10,000 lives to get their cause further.
Yeah.
What would be better for the group than to have an entire fucking country? Not a friendly country like Saudi Arabia. No. Have an actual country that would be on the map saying this is Al-Qaeda driven. You can't bomb them just for being political.
Yeah.
UN would not put up with that. Nobody would put up with that. U.S. would look at it and go, oh, we got them all right here. And nobody
the Saudis aren't really that in cahoots with Syria as much as they are with us.
No, but they are more in cahoots with Al-Qaeda than they are with anybody.
But see, so what I just want to wrap this up in pretty little bow so I can understand it, is your thought is the ultimate end game of this for the rebels and Al-Qaeda is so they can have a country. And they can have a country.
Yes.
Like they basically have the safe haven.
Okay, just in synapse, what I believe is Al-Qaeda found out they need a place to stay. They don't need a country that's going to back them because that country can be invaded because they're backing them. What they need is a country that's actually going to say it is Al-Qaeda represented as a government.
Yeah, but they would still get attacked regardless.
Ooh, not if they're a government, because then, as of right now, they're considered a terrorist group. If they're their own.
Okay, I think I got you exactly what you're saying. It's
if they're own government.
If they're a country, we're going to actually have to go to the UN Security Council.
Yes.
Oh my God, that.
Is it not true though?
That is fucking hilarious.
That's the stupidity of politics.
That is so good.
It's the stupidity. It's exactly what I would do. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, you can't just attack the country.
Yeah, because you can't go after the criminals. You basically would then be attacking a country.
Yes.
If I get your rationale, that makes sense.
And after this kind of shit, what they're literally doing with the Syrians is implanting their members in with the resistance.
Okay.
So what and this is just my personal belief. Like I said, this is my conspiracy theory.
Dude, I think it's good.
They actually imposed this whole shit so that they could implant their people to fight along the rebels, and once the throw of power goes through, fuck, the rebels sit there and go, well, you've been leading us the whole time.
Al-Qaeda is now the new ruler.
Yep.
We elected the Muslim Brotherhood to be our leaders.
See, now you've been bad-mouthing it this
I
whole
wasn't
time.
bad-mouthing. I was like, what are you getting at?
Do you see what I'm trying to say, though?
Yeah, now
it makes sense in the long run.
Because at first I'm like, you just want to have, so they have a country?
No. That is exactly what I would do.
Wouldn't they want to be cockroaches and hiding in the corner? But as soon as you... But your theory falls apart in the aspect of you really don't need permission, as Bush fucking proved. I mean, if there was a true... in
the time frame that we live in now, yes, they do.
But the theory would be solid as shit if you actually had to get, like, the UN to do it. But there's so many unilateral actions that have happened, just like in Libya.
A person can get killed by the government.
An American citizen.
But an entire government? Like, if you come up in Syria and you were like, Al-Qaeda now owns the government of Syria.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? If the U.S. does bomb them, fuck the U.S. I mean, we would have some strong opposition by a lot of countries if we just bombed a country because of the leadership they had.
Like, well, if they were democratically
otherwise,
elected,
we would have already fucked North Korea.
But we do that all the time. Subvertly, we always do that. We always go
We do, but
you can be democratically elected or not, and you're still going to get subverted by the government if you try to privatize anything.
There's no aspect of we're doing this just because this is who you are. And if we did that, we would be in a lot of trouble with the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Like, just because you're Al-Qaeda represented, now we're going to fuck your country up. You didn't do that when we were sarin gassed. You know what I mean? It would happen. It would just happen.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
So that's what I believe. I mean, that's all I can think of is that literally, if you want to take over something, that's how you take it over. Yeah. And that's the only way that you can get international recognition.
That is true. I mean, I don't know if I subscribe to that theory, but...
Well, like I said, that's the only thing that makes sense in my head.
That is true.
And you know my head is... I'm black or white.
That is.
A or B. 1 or 2.
And especially when you're drunk.
Oh, fuck. When I'm drunk, it's usually like 1 or 1.5, because that's almost what I'm thinking, but not quite.
It's been a fucked up day.
Really fucked up.
Really fucked up. Got into a car accident. It was car number 4.
I hate my life.
In a 5-car pileup. I hate my life. Now we're just commiserating.
Yeah.
Fuck Syria now. We're sad.
He did get into a car accident, though.
Fucking St. Cloud, Minnesota has the worst.
I really don't hate my life.
But I really did get into a car accident. That was the most ridiculous thing in the world. To be literally stopped in traffic.
Yep.
And then get rear-ended so hard you hit the car in front of you. And then when you realize what happened...
You were the 4th car.
4th.
And you hit the 5th.
That's ridiculous. I'm sorry, I don't throw the C word around a lot, but what a dumb fucking cunt. How don't you... It's not like it's a highway. We're going down the middle of a very busy thoroughfare into downtown St. Cloud.
And first of all, you do have to say she actually did not have her purse with her, so she didn't have her phone, she didn't have her driver's license, she had nothing with her, so there wasn't like a text and drive type deal.
But she
had nothing to actually take her mind off the road.
Exactly.
But she still didn't look.
But without having a purse, which makes it even worse because she committed 3 crimes. She was not an attentive driver. She didn't have her driver's license.
2.
And she didn't have proof of insurance.
B3.
So right there, I was livid. When I saw this, she was like mid to upper 50s, early 60s at the worst. And when she literally came over and started like talking to me, and I just turned my back on her and walked away because I had nothing constructive to say.
Yeah.
Because I was just going to be like, how fucking dumb are you? I could understand if you rear end somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But I am the third car.
But you're more than somebody. No.
Yes. I am Jake. I'm a podcasting sensation.
I'm just going to say it this way, that when I got rear-ended, the one thing that I kept thinking, because the chick that rear-ended me was a couple years younger than me, and she said she was drinking her coffee. And, you know, at the time, that didn't seem so bad. But then the next accident that I was involved in, I wasn't actually in it.
Yeah.
You remember this one, but I was I went around it. What had happened was somebody literally flew up on the shoulder of the road and went by me in the right turn lane, crossed the median traffic, and slammed into 4 cars on the opposite side that were in the turn lane. The first guy that was in the turn lane, he was, you know, just waiting to get into this other road and just sitting there. I came upon him after I turned off the road, and he had a piece of the door sticking in his side. And all I could really do was just kind of like slap him in the face a little bit and hold his hand and say, keep with me, keep with me, keep with me.
He was all bleary and
shit.
Yeah. Oh, I would be too, having a part of my car stuck in me.
I'm just going to say it. I had so much goddamn adrenaline running through me that's all I could basically do. I didn't even think of anything else. I kept just going, keep with me, keep with me, keep with me, until the ambulance came.
This is what they do in the movies.
Yeah. And they came up and they started with him, and I was just like, oh my God, thank you. And as soon as I walked away, I started shaking uncontrollably to the point where I could barely stand.
Wow, the adrenaline was kicking that hard?
That hard. Not only looking...
I mean, if you would have turned, that would have been you.
Not only looking at it as if I would have actually turned half a second earlier than I did... That would have been me being the first car, but it wouldn't have been that bad because it would have been my passenger side.
Yeah, still fucked you up.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure. But it wouldn't have been door inside, you know, that kind of shit.
Yeah. Door Inside, great name for a band.
Or a really bad movie. But
keep going.
I'm just saying, it was one of those things where you just looked at it, being like, how the fuck did this happen? Why am I here? And then when I heard that the guy that did it was in his 60s, and he said that the reason that he couldn't stop is because he bought new shoes. And they went in between the brake and the gas.
Were they too big?
I don't know.
Apparently.
I didn't hear anything other than what I just told you.
Were they PF flyers?
But all I'm saying is multiple people's lives were because you got new shoes.
The moral of the story?
The idea that people
licenses
have that they can drive and not pay attention is absolutely absurd.
Yeah. And I was a victim of it today. What an inconvenient lunch break that was.
I bet.
Went to the Eagles Club. To have a little bit of lunch.
I don't understand how people don't realize that when you're driving a vehicle, you're driving a 1,000-pound blind bomb.
Stupid bomb.
Yeah, if you hit something
with a lot of people that are behind the wheel, they are not smart bombs.
No.
By any stretch of the imagination.
And they don't understand that this will fucking kill you.
Yeah.
And somebody else. And their mom. I mean, it depends on what you hit, but shit. You go through a fucking sidewalk that a lot of people are on, the car's not going to get hurt.
Oh, or if you go through, what was it, a busy boardwalk in Venice?
Yeah. You can hit 20, 30 fuckers before you even... What is that?
Especially if you got a good cow pusher truck.
That's when
Big like, here you go, son.
Nessie's horns on the front.
Oh, dude, fucking General Lee horn when you honking at motherfuckers.
Yep.
Just like that.
I just think it's hilarious that people don't take driving for what it is. And I actually equate it to too many people in the world today.
So what you're saying is why people are killing people driving is because there's too many people. So isn't that calling to culling the herd? So it works. Except
Yeah, but I think the people that are driving are the ones that are
should be
staying
killed.
alive.
Yeah, because they're the killing the smart ones like me.
Exactly. They're the ones that don't realize that they're going to get into an accident.
Yeah.
You're the kind of guy like me that looks in the back, or the rear view mirror and goes, "This is gonna suck."
Yeah. And the funniest part is,
So you tense up and you get hurt more than the chick that was putting the mascara on.
that is true because she's like, eh.
Because she didn't even see it coming. She was wet noodle.
The worst part is I was at a dead standstill, and so was the person behind me.
Yep.
And just the worst part about it
You
is,
both had your brakes on.
Yeah.
You were waiting for the light.
which was ridiculously backed up. So I kind of understand because there usually isn't a backup there. It's down to one.
There's no understanding.
So does she get?
People were fucking stopped. It happens all the time.
So it was a construction zone. So does she get fined
Double.
Oh, she's having a worse day than me then. She's going to have 4 insurance claims, plus an unattentive driving, and possibly a driving without license and driving without proof of insurance.
I actually
In a
don't
construction
know that
zone?
one. Maybe the construction zone was only speeding is double. I'm not
I thought
positive.
it was everything.
I'm not
Because
positive.
remember when we went through driver's training and we're like, oh my God, if you get nailed with a DWI in a construction zone, you are... Nice out. You are gonna get fucked.
That was way away from there.
Yeah. I think it registered.
Oh, I know
Right
it
here.
registered. It was small, but it was fierce.
And it stinks.
Yeah, it was a ways away from the mic. That's all I gotta say. I backed up.
So basically, I fucking had to waste the rest of my day. Because I was with
Because of stupidity.
I was with the girlfriend and a coworker.
Yep.
And they were like, well, yeah, we got to get back to work. So they called a ride while I sat there for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Because there's 5 cars that they got to check out the license, the insurance. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. Even the printer in the cop car ran out of paper.
Oh my
So
God.
another cop car pulls up, hands her this roll of paper, and we're like, oh, fucking A, we're finally getting out of here. It was so sitting in this parking lot of the...
What, 2.5, 3 hours?
No, it was 2 hours.
Jesus.
Good, solid 2 hours of standing.
Oh, your God.
Yeah, standing in a fucking parking lot of some shitty bodega.
Bodega, I love it.
Oh, black ass! it was one of those, dude. But apparently they have the best gyros in town.
Really?
That's what Zach's Deli claims.
Even better than New York Heroes?
I've never had it because I would never eat at that fucking gas. It's not even a gas station.
It
It's
looks
just,
dirty.
it's just this little shitty
It
convenience store.
looks dirty.
It's across the street from like a group home.
I'm going to have to try one now,
It's
though.
ghetto.
Hey, if they say they're the best.
It's just a couple blocks down from where
I'm
you
gonna
live.
get so sick.
I don't know. A lot of people. I'll say this: a lot of people were, because this happened over lunch hour. A lot of people were eating there, like ordering food.
Oh, so I'm not the only one that'll get sick.
No, but if it was deadly, they wouldn't be around anymore. Because it's not like nobody's eating it, and you'd be the one that would finally get them closed.
Maybe
down.
that was the 1 week that everybody got coupons.
But they were all black,
I know.
and so was the cook. So maybe your
I'm
white
just
stomach.
making a fucking joke.
Maybe your white stomach couldn't handle it.
My white stomach can't handle shit. That's what happens when you got 3 ulcers.
That is true. Oh my God! Speaking of 3 ulcers,
I didn't know that was
it was a ham-fisted segue.
a ham-fisted. I love it.
But Ileana, the girlfriend's roommate, came back from Puerto Rico, and she...
Ileana is a Puerto Rican name?
Yeah, I guess.
I didn't know that.
I don't know what her maiden name is, but her last name is Williams. She married a white guy. But she had this hot sauce that she brought back.
Yeah?
And I tried like a pinky dab of it.
It blew your O-ring out?
Oh my God, I could feel my intestines. It was wicked hot.
So you kind of figure what you felt was kind of what I do every day.
I would imagine it's not the same because it was self-inflicted. So I kind of had prepared.
But you felt your whole stomach.
Oh, god damn, son.
I'm just going to say to anybody that's out there that actually has an ulcer, you know exactly where that ulcer is, how big that ulcer is. And, yeah, I've got 3 of them, and they happen to be located front, left, and back.
So everywhere.
Well, no, I don't have one on the right side of my stomach.
Oh.
Yet. That's
that's
where my wife comes in. In another couple of years,
I'm gonna name that one. Leo.
Yeah, in another couple of years, that's where right comes in play.
Do you have a name for the others?
Well, no, but the first one that I got was on the back of my stomach, and that was when I was 13 years old.
You're just stressed out.
No, I just handle stress the same way that most guys do.
You choke it down.
Oh, fucking right. Put that right where it needs to be. Shit it out, and we'll be good with it.
Doesn't work.
Unfortunately, you don't pass it like you do what you eat.
Yeah.
It just sits down there for a while.
Yeah, it's not like passing a kidney stone.
No. I've never passed a kidney stone, but I would rather do that than have ulcers.
Really? Some of them can be pretty fucking wicked.
Really? Have they ever woke up?
I've seen,
I would say
goddamn golf balls practically.
both of them have probably woke up in the emergency, because I've woke up in the emergency room being like, my stomach.
Yeah, I mean, there's some ladies.
That's the last time I ate a pepperoni pizza. For some reason, cooked pepperoni.
You can eat it raw. You're telling me?
I can,
but you're not gonna like it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have fire shits.
Oh no!
But
bringing an ice cube in there.
Yeah, but if cooked pepperoni, like pepperoni pizza. If that shit is one slice, if I eat a couple of pieces of pepperoni, like one slice of pizza,
yeah,
I would literally keel over in pain. For some reason, that's one thing that I haven't been able to enjoy pepperoni pizza since I was fucking 12 years old.
You're not missing much.
Yes, I am. It smells delicious.
But pepperoni pizza is not that good.
It smells delicious, and there's so much grease on it.
Well, and then especially when they bake up and they make those little bowls of grease inside of them.
I mean, you're just saying.
Just like, yum, yum.
Usually, shit that has a lot of grease tastes real good. And I'm just saying that because of bacon. Bacon has a lot of grease, and it tastes real good.
Real good.
The most grease, the most taste. That's usually because it's burning fat. That's why...
Cooking with Sam.
Damn straight.
That should be the name of your cookbook.
Cooking with Sam. The most grease, the most taste. I am trained in French cuisine, and the 3 rules of French cuisine are butter, butter, and butter.
And Paula Deen.
No, that's not. That's the.
Isn't that Paula Deen's motto too?
No, that's the Southern cuisine.
It's butter, butter, nigger.
Confederacy.
Butter, butter, nigger.
Yeah, I think that
she got off on that, son.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, she did. She did not.
She lost everything.
Well, she wasn't criminally charged or held accountable for
what the hell
lawsuit.
Would she be criminal?
Somebody sued her. So she should get her career back if the civil suit did not stick. She technically was not guilty of the crimes laid against her.
She's still a public figure that got berated.
Yeah. Regardless of that, do you not think the
So was Trump, though.
Yeah. But I want to get into a deeper point on that because I think this is interesting. Paula Deen, do you think that the whole reason the story came out when it did about her and why the media made it such a big deal was because it was going to kind of create an atmosphere of racial tension for the George Zimmerman.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
You think that was, all right, that was sweet. At least you're getting on the
This was shit that she said, 25 years ago?
Yeah, something ridiculous.
Like when when we were swimming?
What?
You know what I mean?
Oh, I said it when we were swimming as a quote from her? Oh, okay.
I mean, this was shit. And I'm actually going to say, I don't remember too much from when I was a babe, but I do remember that talk was a little bit looser back when I remember shit.
Yeah.
I never had racist parents or anything like that, but some of the shit that you heard around wasn't what's said today.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a little looser back then, but the shit that she said was before us.
But it was current employees that also, kind of put up a fuss about it, and that's who actually sued her. But then it was found bullshit.
I'm just saying, the shit that they actually said on the news that she was said to say
was a
long time ago.
But that's when she admitted to it saying it.
And I'm just saying,
she didn't admit to saying it now.
I'm just saying, I love somebody who would admit to their faults in the past.
Yeah.
Being like, yes, I said that. That was what we said back then. I understand how it's bad now. I mean, seriously, how would I... People would make this claim that I'm a asshole for a lot of reasons.
Well, yes.
But for one that I don't understand is, I've actually said in the past that I feel for some of the Hitler's youth. Just for the simple fact that a lot of those guys were literally taken to places where every single day they were told, these people are worse than dogs, these people are this, these people are that. If you put somebody into a fucking school...
Yeah, that teaches hate?
Yeah. Of course they're going to come out as this is normality.
Yeah.
Because that's what you put them into.
It is normality.
So... to have them come out and all of a sudden, hey, the war's over and you're a fucking monster. Are you kidding me? I just heard that there's another thing in Germany coming out where 97 different Auschwitz soldiers are coming under, basically, they're being subpoenaed.
Okay. For, war crimes?
Yes!
And there gotta be, 90.
Yes! The youngest one.
I mean,
the youngest one that's coming up out of the bunch that they're trying to do is 86.
Damn.
And they're gonna try to fucking lay justice down? Are you...
life in prison.
Bad you. Don't die before this trial's over.
Yeah. And I'm sorry. The Nazis granted terrible... ideology.
They had to live with that shit, though.
Yeah, and those people, they weren't the actual decision makers.
If there's still the people out there today that are like, well, we're gonna come after you, 92-year-old. That motherfucker has lived with what he did, with the rest of the world saying, you are a fucking monster.
Yeah.
For the rest of his life. They
probably changed their identity, hopefully.
You know what I mean? You were doing this, just saying this, but it's not like he even tried or wanted to do this.
Yeah.
The country said, you're going to war. What am I doing? Well, your test shows that this is what you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what if I don't? You get shot in the head. I'm going to do that. You know what I mean? There was literally a lot of them, and this is what's getting fucking tried now. I'm not saying that these guys didn't ever do anything bad to a Jew, but who hasn't? No, I'm just... I just gotta say, I'm just saying, shit happens in a war. But these guys, if they're 90 years old and you're still going after them, I'm pretty sure that their consciences already beat anything you can give them. Yeah. The only thing you're doing at this point is fucking their children up.
And if you want to go after war criminals, I just saw one on the Today Show this morning. His name was Donald Rumsfeld.
Oh.
Maybe you should go after him.
Or Dick Cheney.
Or Henry Kissinger.
Oh, one of the biggins.
The biggins.
He actually had a quote of, and I'm going to let you say this because I know you love it.
Oh, I love it. If it's illegal, we can do it. If it's unconstitutional, it might take some time.
Henry Kissinger, quote, look at that shit up. It's true.
Wasn't that Bradley Manning that disclosed that, who just got sentenced to like 36 years for being a patriot?
Yeah, for being a patriot.
I'm sorry. He did not swear an oath to protect...
Why is that beeping?
We're being listened to.
Yep, as soon as we called him a patriot.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is, he did not swear an oath to protect the government and power. He swore an oath to protect the Constitution. And what they convicted him of was betraying the criminal government that's in power.
Which, if you look at Henry Kissinger's record of what he's done in his life, I'm not going to go any farther than that because I don't want to be tagged on any... Yeah, I already am. No, Henry Kissinger is a war criminal as well as being 100% douchebag. That guy was a German... He was a fucking Nazi, and when he figured out that the Nazis couldn't win, where did he go? To the winners.
Yeah.
And then he started his rampage just the same. He did exactly what he did over there, made just as many excuses, made just as many fucking rhymes, made just as... I mean, seriously, he did the exact same thing here as he did over there. That's why he was so valuable, and that's why our government said, let him come over.
Yeah.
It was Red Rover all over again to a guy that knew how to fucking spin to the public while fucking the public.
Yeah.
And Henry Kissinger has done a hell of a job of fucking the general public of the United States for the better part of a century.
Yeah. And see, Henry Kissinger is a prime example as why I do truly believe there is a shadow government that actually controls the government you see. Because how could a man like Henry Kissinger be a fixture in every single administration since? He's got Democrat, Republican, does not matter. He's a prime fixture. Why is this? Because obviously the true overlaying power that controls this country is not our elected officials. It is a group of bankers.
See, you believe that it's a bigger thing than...
But it has to be, because Henry Kissinger proves it. How can there be this constant? Because he's
the Chris Angel of politics.
You just consider him the anomaly.
He's the guy that can sweet talk every fucking politician. I know how to say this. I know how to do this. I know how to get this done.
I don't think he's that politically agile. No, I personally think he's got a database.
In his years?
He's a blackmail artist.
Me? Like he doesn't?
He's a blackmail artist.
Ooh.
He's not persuasionist.
Ooh, so you're trying to say that he's the head of the FBI that's one of the biggest criminals that's ever been Edgar J. Hoover.
J. Edgar.
Or, I'm sorry. Yes. Wow.
You are drunk.
Give me some more scotch. All
right. Yes, you keep ranting about Edgar J. And I'll grab you the scotch.
I'm just saying. That motherfucker was another one of the biggest criminals that this country has ever let in power. In fact, not only did he make his own rules, but he actually got shit to be rules because he wanted it made. He actually had so much dirt on so many people, he had shit on presidents. That motherfucker could tell a judge, either you make this a law, or you will not be known tomorrow except for being this. You know, like, he had so much dirt on everybody that... And I believe that's what Henry Kissinger was. Probably. I don't believe Henry Kissinger was as, what you're thinking. I don't think he was as good as what you're thinking. I just think Henry Kissinger was the kind of guy that talked to everybody because he was a good con man type.
Yeah.
And so he got to be friends with everybody. And when everybody talked to him, that's when he was like, shit, you can only talk to that, to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's illegal. And then he spins it. He does this. He does that. Other people get caught. That's what I believe Henry Kissinger... He's the... he's the political con man. There's a con man in everything.
Yeah. He's the ultimate.
Henry Kissinger is the ultimate because he not only conned himself into being more, but he conned everybody around him, and everybody around him was some of the most powerful people in history. So if you can con Caesar, you're a good con man. I'm just saying that. And Henry Kissinger, I believe, to my soul, I don't think he's as smart as people give him. Yeah. I just think he's literally
knows how to play the game.
The best con man.
He's like the Peyton Manning of politics.
He's the best con man that politics has seen in a long time.
Yeah, or he's just the most sociopathic person this world has seen in a long time. That's why he's risen so far to the top.
Nobody else could be that far.
He's got to be psychopathic at this point. He's not even a sociopath. The dude has so much blood on his fucking hands. I mean,
he's got multiple wars. He's
got body counts in the millions. Millions.
To be honest, he actually has riots.
Wherever he goes?
No, I'm just saying. he has different riots that were basically started by the shit that he started.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
So inside the own country that he says he is affiliated with, which has been multiple throughout his career.
He's not affiliated with any. His only allegiance is to money.
Basically.
And power. Actually,
well, he says he's, affiliated with America at this point.
Yeah, because they have the power.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is, he's not I just don't see how he's the answer or the solution or...
He's not. He's the criminal.
Oh my God, is he ever?
He should be...
He should be strung up, not only for what happened in Germany, but good fucking Christ, what he's done here.
More or less what he's done here is what I care about.
I really don't care.
I'm an American.
I don't really care. That motherfucker should be strung up from the day they said...
No, that motherfucker will be strung up.
No, he won't.
You know when?
No, he won't.
When the revolution comes!
I thought it was come the revolution, but we ain't stopping this shit.
Yeah, you are right. I suppose we should probably lighten the fucking situation for the one or two listeners we have.
Well, you're giving us credit.
I know.
We're going to have sponsors soon, though.
Pretty soon. Brought to you by Stamps.com.
Mm-hmm.
You hate the post office? Fuck the post office. Go to Stamps.com. All right, so I think we should just kind of round it out with some hypothetical situations, huh, son?
Those are fun.
All right, so this one is titled...
Hate 'em.
Yeah. All right. This one, then, is entitled, You Are Enslaved by Aliens.
Ooh.
Over a course of the next year, they force you to reach your peak physical condition, which might not be that high in your case.
Fuck you.
Then they offer you a chance.
I'm a beast.
Then they offer you a chance to earn your freedom. They're going to give you a chance, son. Earn your freedom.
So I'm gonna, fucking gladiator this shit?
Kind of. Keep listening. Which you desperately want at this point.
Ooh.
You must fight a giant spider or a giant scorpion.
Hey.
Both are about the same size as a small car. But you must fight them to the death.
One or the other, huh?
One or the other. They are armed. They are armed. God damn it, I can't read. Because he said they armed you with a sword. Sorry. They armed you with a sword and shield, both of which will not break. Which would you choose to fight?
I'm just going to say...
Spider, scorpion.
Small car. I'm going to say out of what I have knowledge of right now...
Which is...
If it's a jumping spider... I'm going to go with scorpion. But if it's anything other than a jumping spider...
I'm going spider.
Yeah, I'm going to go spider, because scorpions versus spider, scorpions got hard-ass exoskeletons.
That is true.
Next to a spider? But if it's a jumping spider, those motherfuckers have 4 forward eyes for front vision that they can actually spring, quite a ways on.
That's great.
I don't want to fuck with those guys.
All right, it doesn't specify jumping. So
I'm going to say for the most part, I'm going to go spider. Because their exoskeletons are...
The scorpions are pretty badass.
Oh, they've got they don't even have any hearing. They've got these feathers that are on their underbelly that they put on the ground as they're walking. That they feel vibrations with. So, I mean, scorpions are they're fucking tanks. Spiders are more like, just transport trucks. They really don't have any armor to them. But scorpions are fucking tanks.
Yeah, because they're very equipped, like you said, with the exoskeleton. Plus, they got the pinchers, and then they got the fucking tail that's like...
Yeah.
That's like 3 items coming at you when a spider really just has its 2 fangs.
If I don't go on the spider's fucking web, I'm pretty good.
That is true. That's where he gets you.
Scorpion will actively hunt me.
So you're going to take the spider.
Goddamn right I'm taking the spider. I'm going to kick his ass.
All right, next question.
Because I would kick his ass.
Next question.
Okay.
You drink a magic potion of your making. What would it do?
Give me more.
More of what? Everything?
What I wanted.
What do you want?
Scotch.
Fucking give me more.
I'm just saying. If you're going to say I drank a magic potion, what is the actual question? Because it
says you drank a magic potion of your making, what would it do? So if you could have like an invisibility potion or a potion that made your hair grow at your will, which would be a really random potion. Unless you wanted to play Cousin It on Broadway. But are they doing Family Guy, or not Family Guy, but Addams Family musical? No? Alright, let's get on with the question. What would your potion do?
I actually don't know. I don't know if I would
See, I was trying to fill time.
I don't know if I would change mine in any way.
What, your life?
Yeah.
You're just like, I'm content for what this is?
Well, I'm not content. But what I'm saying is...
You just don't want to fuck with it?
Yeah, if I did fuck with it, like...
Unforeseen consequences. It's kind of like, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
You just might get it. That kind of thing.
I'm just saying, people don't realize when they say, oh, I want to be rich and famous. That's all good and, well, because you're one and the other, but is it? I don't know that demon.
Yeah.
So I can't say that it's, a good or a bad one. But I'm just saying, if it came down to it where the only thing that I could change in my life that I could actually, have, and I'm probably going to get my ass kicked on this one, is I'd want my dad still around. If I could change that.
Why would you get your ass kicked on that one?
Because my dad had probably kicked my ass for how I lived my life for the last couple of years.
I just thought maybe somebody kick your ass for bringing the dead back to life.
No, I'm just saying, my dad would probably be like, what the fuck?
Have you been to... You got married? No. I thought I
told you better than that.
I thought I fucking warned
No, he would never say that about marriage. My parents were married more than 30 years and happily. Yeah. Or in most part.
Yeah, and he wouldn't say that about your wife either.
Well, I never met her, so I can't say that.
Damn. Leah, do not listen to this podcast.
Yeah, fuck it.
All right. Should we go with our last hypothetical question?
Last hypothetical question.
Round out the night.
And then the resolution. Revolution may come.
It won't be televised, but it will be on the YouTube.
1080.
Okay. You have the opportunity to completely erase one impact that humans have had on the world.
Ooh.
What do you choose? And then what would the implications be? If you could retract one invention,
Nuclear fission.
just the atom bomb, essentially.
No. Nuclear fission.
They don't have nuclear fission now.
Yes.
They just created it?
No, they didn't just create it. It is created.
Oh, I'm thinking cold fusion.
No.
Oh,
Nuclear
fission. Way off. My apologies.
Atom bomb, nuclear,
Yeah. Power plants.
whatever it is. Yes.
All that.
Nuclear fission.
What do you think the implications would be if we did eliminate that?
A lot less cancer, a lot less fucking with everyday lives. People don't realize that back in... Hey, this is going to be a 30-minute schooling session right here.
All right. I will strap in. Let me get some more
Back in the
sketch.
day, the Bikini Atoll Islands were hit with more than 65 nuclear bombs that the United States poured on them. Count that shit out. 65. The number one that they ever came out with was 15 million tons of TNT.
15 million tons?
That's what the counter was. And it literally left a crater more than 1.2 miles wide and 200 feet deep into the ocean, where it evaporated. That much sand, island, whatnot.
How many fishes were killed?
Lots. I'm just saying,
they're
the
radioactive.
Bikini Atoll Islands, 65 nuclear devices were set off.
That's ridiculous.
The last nuclear device that was set off that before the truce between the U.S. and USSR, Russia, whatever the fuck you want to call it,
Yeah.
they set out to do more than a 100 megaton. And mega means million.
Oh, I thought it just meant really, really big.
That's big.
That was actually
Mega is bigger than that.
because that was pretty wimpy. Burp.
Exactly.
All right.
Well, I was away from the mic. I'm just saying. Mega means millions.
So millions of
So
tons.
basically, what you're talking about
60s
is
of
what the
millions.
United States did on these islands was 50. They didn't understand what was happening with the different pressures in an atomic bomb. They didn't realize that the different metals that you screw with,
Yeah.
as well as the helium that you put into it. I mean, they didn't realize what was actually going on, but what they did after the whole structure of their bomb going off is that about 50 megatons is about it. I mean, if you go any more than that, you're really just blowing up for your own show.
You're basically creating a show for nobody that's around. So for the aliens out there watching, they're like, ooh, pretty.
Well, if you go past 100 megatons, like Russia wanted to do, after the U.S., blew up a 15 megaton.
They wanted to go from 15 to 100.
They wanted to actually create the biggest bomb ever and blow up a whole desolate island.
AKA the last bomb ever.
Yeah. Well, oh shit, what did they call it? It was the Russian Tsar bomb.
Tsar bomb.
I'm not kidding you. Google that shit. Tsar bomb. They wanted to make it more than 100 megaton. The original designer of it eventually brought it back to 50 megatons right before the fucking bomb dropped, because of the fact that he thought that if you did something over 50, it may light the atmosphere on fire.
Yeah, that's true, because it says 50 to 58 megatons of TNT was what is basically equivalent to.
Yes.
Shit, son.
I told you.
Look at that fucking photo of that explosion of that Tsar bomb.
I told you.
Ooh.
That motherfucker. But they did something different. The U.S. dropped it on the goddamn ground.
Instead of exploding it in the air.
In the air. The Russians were the first ones, and they dropped it, I think it was 4,000 feet above the ground. And the radiation went to the atmosphere. It didn't come down on the people. Whereas the U.S., when they just dropped, and let it go, it was on the ground. It actually embedded itself into the ground. Mm-hmm. So now the ground is more fucking radioactive than the air is. You could be flying over it and not feel a thing.
Yeah.
You touch down to the ground
and
you're radioactive.
Yeah. So what you're telling me is this island
was the Russian
version.
Yes.
Well, this was
one of the first points where everybody in the world went, there's an actual radius that if you drop a bomb, it explodes and makes more damage.
Yeah.
2,000 feet. That's like the key to most bombs nowadays. If you throw them 2,000 feet in the air and have a conical explosion to them, where it throws it out in a cone after it explodes, you do more damage than anything else. That's what I'm saying that our country has done. We might not be the number one in math, might not be the number one in science, but we are damn sure the number one in killing folk.
Amen, brother.
We will fuck people up with science because we steal everybody else after we kill their people.
That is true. Project Paperclip.
Fuck, it happened in every war we've ever been in.
That is true.
We will kill your soldiers and look at your scientists and go, if you don't work in my lab,
you fucked. I agree. That was a great history lesson. I knew nothing about the Tsar bomb. Thank you for that, sir.
Oh, shit. I am filled with this shit.
That's why you're the talent.
Goddamn right.
My God. And you know what? We did not lighten the mood at all with those hypothetical comic situations.
Well, you shouldn't have asked me that one. Because I knew about that one.
You get heavy. You get heavy, son.
Hey, that's a 10-mile mushroom cloud.
35 miles and high at the time of the picture.
No, you're talking
That's
about
the Tsar bomb.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the Tsar. I was talking about ours.
Oh,
yeah, that one actually met the atmosphere.
That's fucked, dude. It's the biggest one ever exploded. They say.
Do you know this though?
What?
If you have a 100 megaton or more, you actually lose power. You know why?
Why?
Because at 100 megatons, your bomb will literally go about 60 miles into the atmosphere.
So you're wasting
Therefore, you're just pushing a shitload of this out into space.
Yeah.
So
that is an addendum.
That's the only bomb we're ever going to have is 50 or under.
You know the only bomb we're going to have is me. Because I'm the bomb.
I know more about bombs.
That is true. Except for I didn't know how to spell it. I spelled it
Czar.
CZAR, but it's actually
I would say.
TSAR.
Oh, really?
It's Sarbamba.
I would have actually gone CZAR.
That's what I did. That's how you do. That's the anglicized
Tsar.
version, but it's TSAR Bomba.
TSAR.
But according to this, it is the most powerful nuclear weapon ever detonated.
It was.
Son of a bitch.
And it was detonated off of the northern coast on some desolate islands. Unfortunately, a seal population also decimated. But what I would honestly say when you ask me the question is I would do away with nuclear fission.
So, because I would agree with that. That's a very astute answer.
That was what the whole thing was about.
True that, son. Because we can survive without nuclear power and all the bullshit that comes along with it.
Yes.
We can. We just
the radiation that nuclear fission has brought to us is going to stay here for the next 100,000 years.
That is true.
The island that the Tsar bomb was dropped on, that's going to be radioactive for the next 10,000 years.
That's where Godzilla was created.
Fucking right. The Bikini Atoll Islands,
fuck them.
They're not going to be livable
destroyed.
for the next 100,000 years.
They're like Chernobyl.
Yeah. Fucking
Russians fuck everything up.
Oh, no. The Bikini Atoll was U.S.
Oh. Well, I was just talking about the giant bomb they dropped.
65 nuclear warheads went off
That's nuts.
at the Bikini Atoll Islands.
And I don't think we can go much further than that, sir.
As stated, I might be a little bit more on conspiracy or at least bullshit. The whole, yeah.
Bullshit. Fuck you, man. Bullshit.
Look it up.
About what?
The Bikini Atoll
Oh,
Islands.
I believe you about that. It's going to come to fisticuffs.
Well, one of these episodes.
Oh.
We're going to have a webisode on that one. But I will let you say your fucking spiel.
What spiel?
What do you think?
Cheers. And you know, as we always end it, sir, with a drunken
Just
cheer.
as the founding fathers did in the pub.
Come the revolution.